So this video is the continuation of ICAR-PG Food Science and Technology previous year question paper. So we will be discussing here more important questions, exam patterns and key topics which are being asked in the ICAR-PG exam. This will help you understand the level of questions and you can prepare effectively. So let us begin. Question number 81, we have to match the list 1 with list 2. So it's on the traditional fermented foods. So first one, that is kimchi. So it's a fermented vegetable product. So it's a Korean fermented vegetables, that is cabbage. So A will go with 4. Sinki. So it's a fermented radish taproot product. It is mainly used in Nepal side. So that is radish taproot. So B will go with 5. Kombucha, so it's a mild carbonated tea beverage. So we can say it's a fermented tea drink, that is SCOBY, slightly carbonated. So C will go with 1. Meso, so it's a fermented bamboo shoot product. So it's traditionally fermented bamboo shoots. So D will go with 3. Wari, so it's a fermented black gram product. So over here, our correct option should be option number B, that is A4, B5, C1, D3, and E2. Question number 82. Anaerobic spoilage in canned foods with cheese odor and pronounced bluing but without H2S production is caused by. So first one, Thermoanaerobacterium thermosacrolyticum. So this is an anaerobic spoilage. It causes anaerobic spoilage. So this produces gas which can swell, blowing, and gives a cheesy butyric odor. And in this, no H2S production is there. So this is our correct option. Streptococcus thermophilus, so it is used in yogurt fermentation. Bacillus coagulans, it causes flat sour spoilage. So this is, and last one, that is Bacillus polymyxa. So it is associated with putrefactive spoilages. So over here, our correct option will be option number A. Question number 83. As per the effluence standard of Central Pollution Control Board, the biochemical oxygen demand at 27 degrees Celsius for 3 days for inland surface water should not be more than. So this is a concept of CPCB effluent standards, that is BOD removal efficiencies. So as per the Central Pollution Control Boards, this BOD at 27 degrees Celsius for 3 days reduction, it should be at least 90% before discharging. 60% will be too less, means does not meet the environmental standards. So 90% is the correct option, since the standard requirement for the inland surface water discharge, it ensures adequate aquatic load removals. So correct option is option number C. Question number 84. Which of the following product it requires mandatory certification under AGMARC? So fat spread, so it's regulated under FSSAI. Tamarind powder, so tamarind powder, it's covered under AGMARC grading standards and it requires a mandatory certification for quality grading. Wheat flour, so it's not mandatory under AGMARC, and tomato ketchup, so it's under FSSAI. So correct option should be option number B, that is tamarind powder. Question number 85, Clause 7.6 of ISO 17025-2017, it relates to. So Clause 7.6 of ISO 17025-2017, it deals with evaluation of measurement uncertainty. So option number A is our correct option. Ensuring validity of results, it is clause 7.7. So correct option is option number A. Question number 86. In high methoxypectin, that is HMP, the amount of methylation is, so it is around 50 to 60%. So this HMP basically it is based on degree of esterification, that is DE. So methoxylation, that is esterification, it is the percent of carboxyl groups which has been esterified with methanol. So this determines its gelling behavior. So over here, the correct option is 50 to 60. Golden shred marmalades are, so golden shred marmalades, it is made primarily from the citrus fruits, especially the oranges. It is made from the peel of it, that is shreds. So the peels basically it contains limonene and some bittery compounds. So this will give marmalade a characteristic bitter taste. Even though we are adding sweet to it, but a bittery taste will be there. So marmalade, it is not purely sweet like jam. We can say it has a distinct bitter sweet profile. So this bitterness is intentional or it is desirable in the marmalade. So correct option is D. Question number 88. In a modified atmosphere, the potassium permanganate is being used as, so in modified atmospheric packaging, MAP, the potassium permanganate, it is used as absorber, ethylene gas absorber, which has been released from fruits and vegetables. So we know that ethylene, it is a ripening hormone. So excess ethylene can lead to faster ripening, spoilage. So this potassium permanganate, it acts as a strong oxidizing agent, which is converting this ethylene into carbon dioxide and water, which is non-harmful product. So over here, correct option is option number C. Question number 89. Maximum solubility of sugar at 20 degrees Celsius is equal to, so at 20 degrees Celsius, the maximum solubility of sucrose, that is table sugar, in water is approximately 67.5%. So a saturated sugar solution at 20%, it contains 67.5 grams of sugar and 32.5 gram of water. So beyond this, sugar will not dissolve and it will remain undissolved. So correct option is C. Question number 90. Which of the following sugar is found to be an effective coating agent on fruits? So it is trehalose. So trehalose, it is widely used as an effective coating agent on fruits. Why? Because it forms a protective film, helps in moisture retention. Even it reduces the oxidation and browning. Thus, it will enhance the shelf life. So trehalose, it is widely used. and it is a non-reducing disaccharide. Uh, so it has excellent stabilizing protective properties. It protects the cell membranes, proteins, whereas this ribose. So ribose, it is a reactive sugar. Fructose, it is, we know, highly hygroscopic. And raffinose, it's not commonly used for coating. So correct option will be D, that is trehalose. Question number 91. A stable caramel should contain dash parts of sucrose in every part of the reducing sugar. So it means the balance between the sucrose and the reducing sugar, it should be crucial. Like it should prevent the crystallization, it should even maintain a smooth texture surface, and even it should ensure proper consistency. So the ideal ratio, it is 1 is 0.6 to 1 is to 1.9. Means the 1.6 to 1.9 parts of sucrose per 1 gram of reducing sugar. So this is the correct option, that is option number C. Means too much sucrose can lead to crystallization, means a grainy texture will be there, and too much reducing sugar can lead to a sticky or a hygroscopic product. So 1.6 to 1.9 is an optimum ratio. Option C is correct option. Quality of sugar is determined by the process which is specified by, so it has been specified by International Commission for Uniform Methods of Sugar Analysis. Option number A is our correct option. So it provides us standard methods to evaluate the sugar quality, its color, purity, ash contents, even the turbidity of it. Question number 93. A treatment which is used during the manufacture of cocoa powder to give particles better suspension properties when they are used in a drink is called, so it is called alkalization, or another name is Dutch process in the cocoa technology. So when alkalization is done in cocoa powder, it improves dispersion and suspension in liquids like milk or water. It reduces acidity and bitterness, and it enhances the color, darker cocoas, like, and even it improves the flavor, smoothness. So this is what it makes cocoa powder mix easily in the drinks without settling. Whereas tempering process, uh, it is used in chocolate to stabilize the cocoa butter crystals. Engrossing, so it is related to coating on the confectionery process. And enrobing, so it is a coating on the food with chocolate. So correct option will be option number C. Question number 94. In onions, pink color is due to. So the pink or the reddish color in onion, it is due to anthocyanin pigments. So it is a water soluble pigment. And it is responsible for pink, red, purple, or blue color in the fruits. And it depends on the pH, that is acidic. If it's acidic, then it's red, pink, alkaline, then it's bluish. Whereas carotene, so carotene, it gives the orange pigments. So basically in carrots, xanthophyll, so it gives a yellow color. And quercetin, so it's a yellow flavonoid which is present in onion. So correct option should be A, that is anthocyanins. Question number 95. Solidity is the maturity index for, so solidity or the firmness or compactness which is used as a maturity index for root vegetables, because as root matures they will become dense, or they will become firmer. So over mature roots may become more woody type, or it can be more fibrous. So optimum maturity is like proper solidity, it's neither too soft nor too hard. Examples like carrots, radish, beetroots, turnips. So the correct option is option number A, that it's root vegetables. Whereas seed vegetables, so maturity judged by the seed development. And leafy vegetables, it is based on the leaf size, its tenderness, its color. And cucurbits, it's judged by the size, its rind hardness, mainly the color. So over here, the root crops, mainly for the firmness, solidity is the key maturity indicator. So correct option is A. Question number 96. Which of the following is not a step in the process which is involved in dry milling of the maize? So in dry milling of maize, the process includes first cleaning and drying process. So it's for moisture control, then degermination process, grinding and milling, and then sifting process means separating fractions like grits, flours, or brands. But dilution is not done. So diluting is not a step in the dry milling, and it is not related to grain processing also. So no addition of liquids or dilution occurs in the dry milling process. So correct option is option number D. Question number 97. Stripping solvent of a meal is called. So in the oil extraction process, like soybean, for example, soybean processing, after solvent extraction, the meal which contains residual solvents, for example, hexanes. So this solvent is removed by heating the meal with steam. So this process is known as toasting. So in this, the what happens during this toasting process, the strips of residual solvents, it will inactivate anti-nutritional factors, it will improve the meal quality for feed use. Whereas buttering, we know it's not related to oil extraction, jamming for fruit preservation, and milling, it's for grinding process. So correct option is A, that is toasting. Question number 98. Which of the following is not a step in black tea manufacturing? So the main steps in black tea manufacturing are withering, that is, it reduces the moisture, it makes leaves soft. Rolling means it will break the cell, it will release enzymes. Then fermentations like oxidation, which will develop the color, flavor. Drying, firing means it will stop the fermentation process, it will stabilize the products. But grading is not a part of tea processing. It is used in food processings, like grating of cheese, vegetables, not tea. So correct option is D, that is grating. Chevron is the meat of. So chevron, it refers specifically to the meat of goat. Mutton, so it is for sheep, adult sheep. Cattle, so it's beef. Poultries like chicken or turkeys. So over here, correct option is option number B, that is goat. Question number 100. Canning of meat is generally done in. So meat, we know it is a low acid food. So during canning, it can undergo high temperature sterilization, so which can react with metal, so it can cause corrosions, it can cause discoloration or off flavors. So prevent this. To prevent this, we will use lacquer, that is coated cans. That is option number B. So in this, what happens? The inner coating, it prevents the metal food interactions and it will maintain the color, flavor, and the safety. Main. And it is essential for protein rich or fatty foods, say for example this meat. Plain cans, so they can be prone to corrosions. Glass containers, so it's not usually used in the meat canning. And aluminum cans, so these are less common for the meat sterilization. So correct option will be B, that is lacquered cans. With this, we have completed ICAR-PG previous year question paper of 2025. Hope you liked the session. Till then, thank you and enjoy learning.